Hey guys, Ed here, bringing you another Soul Calibur video. So we have a new patch, and I read through it, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it. I think as a whole, it's really good. I don't really have any glaring issues with it yet. Obviously, it's early to tell if anything is a problem or not. But yeah, let's just get right into it with my thoughts. Starting with the GI changes. Basically, what they've done is where is it? Here. Basically, what they've done is they've made it so that at best or at worst you break even if you successfully GI, and I'm happy with that. I don't. It doesn't need to be super good. It doesn't need to be positive. It just needs to break even. And now I don't feel like I'm losing out when I use GIs now. So that's good. With that said, though, don't mind my Discord. With that said, though, I don't think this fixes the guard breaking meta, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, um, which is really unfortunate. And I think it's a super dry, boring meta to play in, but whatever, we just get what they give us. Um, the other things I noticed, I'll just kind of go down the list here. So for Rugi, I think the changes they made to him are fine. I thought he was strong before. I don't think he needed any changes. Um, well, like not anything serious, obviously. Like I'm all for consistency, and that's the bulk of their patch this time, and that's fantastic. But anyway, one thing they did was they gave him a new ability, 6/6 AAG. Basically, it just gives him an approach option that puts him into mist. I don't know how good this is. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. The rest I don't have an issue with, to be honest. So Mina got more red arrows, of course. Uh, what's new? What I don't appreciate is here's 6B. Sped up the attack by 4 frames, makes it easier to use from long range, increase opportunities for lethal hit. So her keep away was already pretty good in most matchups, and now it's even better because now she has a mid option that is 4 frames faster. Like that's not night and day difference, but it's still a difference nonetheless. I don't think she needed that, but she got it anyway because they really want this character to be insane. And then they also made it so that 2A plus B, increase the move base damage when it hits from long range, reduce the base damage when it hits at close range. That was just to make it so that she's more tipper focused. But they're making it so that she's solely tipper focused. Like increase the move's base damage when it hits from long range on her regular A plus B. That's a little ridiculous. Like that thing already chunks you. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think she needed the changes she got, but and she was already super strong, like top 5, so we'll see. I think these Taki changes are super awesome. She now has cancels, feints, and like just more possession stuff. I think this was a great call. I'm not sure how, again, I'm not sure how effective this stuff is. I haven't labbed it all out yet, but I will eventually. And I think she needed it. I think that this change as well to her KKK is really good because it was super BS that you could just duck the third no matter what on hit or block. So they fixed that, thank goodness. And then yeah, that's pretty much the most important thing they did. It's funny that they nerfed the downed and back tier in B plus K. I think this is hilarious to me, that people would actually get hit by this enough to justify a nerf. But whatever. I'll take it. I think this is really good, and I think this could help her a lot, and I'm pretty excited to see this. And then for Maxi, I think it's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's enough. His left inner is still kind of meh with this move. My sparring partner already lapped this, and he says it's kind of useless. But of course, it's really early, and we'll see, and we'll just see how it goes. Maxi changes are fine. I think the change to his 6/6B is really good too. It gives it a bit of a function as a guard crush, and I appreciate that. The Voldo changes, I'm not really sure what to make of these. I think that these 2 commands that were added were kind of inevitable. They seem to be giving him the option to be front faced or back faced depending on the situation, and I think that's really cool. And I don't take any issue with that. They didn't really change anything else that was important there. For Sophie, kind of all consistency stuff. Again, no complaints here. I think it's all good. They nerfed the 1K though, which is interesting. Reduce the move's base damage, change the attack's move level to weak. So this is interesting. They've actually nerfed her 1K twice now since launch, and they made it weak. And what that means is if you GI this move, she's reeling back even longer now. And they reduced the base damage, which means they've now taken away her best low, and So we'll see how much damage reduction that is. I don't know yet. Again, I haven't labbed any of it yet. So that kind of sucks for Sophie, but I'm sure these other red arrows are decent, so it is what it is. For Siegfried, again, no complaints here. A buff to AGA is interesting. I don't think he needed it there. I think he was already really strong again, but whatever. Again, he's the fanboy. They're going to keep buffing this character, so whatever. Same with Ivy. With that said, Ivy gets a throw out of stance. I don't care if it doesn't do a great amount of damage. The point is, the stance was already really good. You didn't need to give her a throw out of it. I think this is absurd. Again, I don't know what the throw looks like, but she did not need this. This command was added to provide more offensive variations to use with SE. She's a zoning character. She's a keep away long range character. Why does she need offensive capabilities? Like, this is my gripe with this character. She has everything. Whatever. Ugh. Other than that, it's all whatever. It is what it is. Killick, again, it is what it is. I don't think there's anything to really talk about there. The Xianghua changes, she's my girl if you've watched any of my other videos. I think this is interesting. I did get a chance to quickly look at hers before I recorded here, and one thing I'll say is where is it? The WoW Soul Charge 6 KBB. This is really interesting. I tested the distance after 6k hold B, and it's actually, you're right in front of the opponent, which means you can actually grab after this. I'm not sure how useful this actually is, but I do appreciate that I can do this now. This was a tech option that I tried flexing a lot when I did use Soul Charge, but I still don't think her Soul Charge is very good. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, and I think it's super crappy. She now has iframes to verticals on her SXS A plus B, which is super neat, and I'm going to abuse the shit out of that if I make the hard read on the vertical. And this also means that when you go for the reversal edge lethal hit, that you're not going to get clipped by going for it too late or too early. So I think this is also super, super good for her in the scenarios in which you would want to use this attack, which are still niche at best, but hey, they're in our favor. The AABK change, whatever. Honestly, no, it's still garbage. And then the other ones for her, they buffed 6B plus K, increased the distance that's considered close range. Thank goodness, because getting that in an actual match was like impossible. And then there was one other one here. Maybe where it was on. I swear it was on. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Moving on. I think the changes for Xianghua are super awesome, and I think they're a step in the right direction for her. Yoshi changes. Yoshi, lots of adjustments and fixed issues, and I'm always down for moves like that. They gave him a new lethal hit, which is interesting. And yeah, we'll see what that looks like and how effective that is on his AK. Remove the moves on his 4B plus K. Remove the move's anti-tracking properties because the move could be used to evade horizontals. However, we gave the move invincibility against verticals and added a moment at which a dodge is guaranteed. So this move, in case you don't know, is where he spins, and there are so many videos on Twitter of him just spinning right through 5AA or like 3A and stuff like that. So now they've made it for what it's meant to be used for, and that is a vertical evasion tool. And so I'm super happy about that change. Nightmare changes, sure, cool, awesome. They kind of made some stuff faster and safer, and I think that's super awesome as well. And I don't have any issues with that. They buffed his back throw, which is weird. Not sure why that was necessary, but hey, whatever, is what it is. Astaroth now, this is dumb. He gets a new command. He can grab air opponents again because he couldn't already do that. And now he can cancel his 6k hold with G. And I think this is dumb. I don't think he should have gotten this. I think it's ridiculous, personally. They changed some of the move options. Now his 2A plus G is treated as a normal throw, which means that it is breakable. If it wasn't already, I don't know. So I never really get hit by that one. But the point is, you can break it now, sure. I guess. Or no, it's that when you break, you get. Right. Okay, he's not +8 after that. Got it. Okay. Other than that, he just got more buffs, and I don't think he needed them. So, Not too impressed with Bamco on that one. These Cervantes changes are super awesome. So these new commands they gave him are actually insane. Um, just this is insane. If you haven't read the patch notes, these are ones you want to look at here. The Cervantes changes, at least on paper, they're insane. He has a new low, sure. A new option out of stance and a new option to cancel stance quickly as well, which is super awesome as well. Other than that, he didn't really get much else that's super notable. And then moving on to Raph, bunch of changes. Not really sure what the big deal is here. He's fine. He still lacks any significant damage, so that's fine. No complaint. The Talim changes are they are what they are. Again, is what it is. Tier changes are really awesome. One of the ones I like the most is where is it? Oh yeah, B plus K. Increase the attack's forward movement in order to reduce instances in which it would whiff. So basically, when you would hit the GI with headbutt, they'd reel back and then you go to headbutt, but then it whiffs and you feel awful because you're like, oh, okay, well I made the right call and now you're okay, sure. So they fixed that. The other change that I really like here is the balance adjustment to Wild Gloomy 236K Slide A made the attack easier to perform. For those who haven't lebbed Tira, this move is the hardest thing to do in the entire game. You have to input it so fast, and even in combo, it's just like, it's super awful. It does not feel good to use this move. So making it easier is super, super good. All the Zast changes are just quality of life things. It is what it is. Groh, same thing. A lot of it's just kind of quality of life. They buffed his 6BB. I don't know why that's necessary, but hey, whatever. The Azwel changes. The Azwel changes are actually super big. He has two new important commands. The first being 6BA slide B. It gives him an option to go from axe to sword without doing BA, and it's actually not a bad move. I looked at it and it's not bad. It's an option basically, and when you're stuck in axe on defense, you're kind of hooped. So this is a good way to kind of get into swords for defense. And then his while crouching A plus B, super quick mid attack. I don't know the frames on it yet, obviously, but it's not bad. It seems really good. And then the transitions into stance are not fluid. They're not fast at all. Um, but it's an option nonetheless. And I think that his while crouching game is already really good with 1A, 1B. But we'll see if this ups the ante, so to speak. I think it's super good, or at least it could be. Other than that, it's all not bad. But the new attacks he got were really, really nice. Same thing with Geralt. Not much is changed here, but I do like that his Silver Sword attacks charge more soul gauge. I think that makes sense, and I have no complaints here. And his Reversal Edge K being safer is great. And then I think last on the list we have 2B here, and 2B's changes were where was it here? Oh yeah, so her 6/6 A plus G is now considered a command throw. So that could be really scary. 2B might have a much stronger rushdown game now, and that could be an issue. That could be an issue. Um, oh yes, here it is. And then her 3A slide G, she now has a feint and cancel. It seems like they're kind of going in the direction of giving characters more offensive options. While nerfing defensive options. So very slowly this game is starting to become more rushdown focused, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's the direction they want to go, so it is what it is. And then I think Amy is the last one. Oh, Inferno. Okay. Amy, so what they did here was, I mean, this is the first patch that Amy's had, so a lot of these are just kind of, they are what they are. So what did they do? I actually forgot Amy's was on here, so I didn't read them. But it looks like... It doesn't look like anything significant. I think she's fine. I think she's mid-tier. She's really annoying to deal with, but she has 0 range. and all of her lows outside of 1B are kind of crap, but even then 1B is a huge risk. So it is what it is. I don't mind these changes after just quickly skimming them here. It is what it is. Inferno. Let's see. Reduce the moves based. Oh man, perfect. Excellent. We got some Inferno nerfs. Sick. So yeah, all in all, I think the patch is good, at least, you know, without playing it and seeing how things go. I think it's a step in the right direction, but I think we still have a long way to go. I think that Soul Charge and Reversal Edge balance is not there, and I think that it needs to be normalized across the roster before we get to a state where I'm pleased with the game. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I'll have follow-up videos out over the coming weeks on different things and different topics. And I might do a tier list video in a couple weeks. I'm not sure about that one though, but we'll see. Anywho, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day.